Welcome back, everyone. It is Eric from Rare Candy, and today I've got to come clean with you guys. I have been dragging the good Tinkaton name through the mud as of late. I hadn't played any games with this deck originally, but just looking at it, I thought it seemed a little bit underwhelming. But after getting in a ton of games with this thing, I've come to the conclusion it's not that bad, actually. So Tinkaton EX, this is the card we're building around, does 30 times the amount of cards in our hand. So in theory, we can just keep expanding our hand size to ideally one-shot anything that gets in our way. And luckily, there is also a single prize Tinkaton here that pairs really nicely with our EX because we can discard a card from our hand and draw 3. But you know, what happens if our opponent plays an Iono, a Judge, some of these popular hand disruption supporters? Well, that is where the Rapid Strike Milotic here is going to come into play with that Do Guard ability. It's actually going to prevent the effects of Iono and all these different hand disruption cards done to our hand. So that is the general gist of the deck. And before we get any deeper, guys, if you need any cards to complete this deck for yourself on Pokemon TCG Live, you can pick up codes from our friends at PTCGL store. Use coupon code RARECANDY for a discount, and Rare Candy's patrons not only had early access to this deck, but also have their own exclusive discount code for even bigger savings. Links to those will be down below in the description. But jumping back into our list for just a minute here, guys, as you see, we have the Celebrations Mew. This guy, of course, is going to be able to find an item card out of the top 6 cards of our deck. So in the early game, we can use this to find things like Battle VIP Pass or Rare Candy to help get set up a little bit better. And because Beach Court is going to be our stadium card of choice, anytime something gets knocked out, we can promote Mew, use that ability, and it kind of acts as a plus 30 damage for our turn, since every card we're getting into our hand is going to do 30 more damage with our Tinkaton EX. But if we take a look at our supporter cards, we definitely have kind of a weird lineup here. We're not playing Research, we're not playing Iono, we're mainly leaning on these Draw 3 effects, most notably with Colress's Experiment. This is going to be sort of our primary supporter. We look at the top 5 cards of our deck, keep 3, and put the others into the Lost Zone. But we are also still playing 2 copies of Worker in the deck to draw 3 and also discard a stadium card in play. So cards like Temple of Sinnoh and even Lost City are definitely going to be a nuisance for us. So we definitely want to have answers to those stadiums whenever they come down. But we also have 3 copies of Avery in the deck as well. So again, another one of these draw 3 effects, but we do force our opponent to discard their bench Pokemon until they have 3 remaining, which is really good right now. This is very good against decks like Chien-Pao, Gardevoir, etc. And our only other draw card is going to be 1 copy of Roxanne. Since we really can't afford to play something like Iono in this deck, Roxanne is going to be sort of our next best option. But I do think it is important to still have at least 1 hand disruption card, especially for whenever you go against those different Lost Box decks. But the weirdness doesn't stop there. All of our Pokemon Search cards I think are a little bit strange here. We're playing no Nest Ball, no Ultra Ball. The card we're actually pulling the most copies of, other than our Battle VIP passes, is actually going to be Capturing Aroma. And the reason for that is Ultra Ball, while being a very flexible card, allowing us to grab any Pokemon we want, it does come at the cost of getting rid of 2 cards in your hand. So whenever you play an Ultra Ball, it's kind of like a minus 90 damage for you every time you play it. So instead, we are just relying on a combination of Aroma, Level Ball, as well as 1 copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball as well, since we are a stage 2 deck that has like a split evolution line from the same basic. If we prize any of our Tinkatinks, it can be pretty devastating. So I do want to have at least 1 of these in the deck for those situations. And for our energy cards, the main one we have is the 4 copies of Double Turbo Energy, of course, just because that's going to power up our Tinkaton EX with 1 attachment. But we also do have 2 copies of Reversal Energy in the deck. This is going to be mainly for the single prize Tinkaton, since it does have a decent attack that hits for 180 if you have a special energy. So if we're behind on prizes, we can power that thing up with just 1 single attachment, but we also do still have the 2 basic psychic energies to help out from time to time as well. So that is going to be the list we are trying out today for Tinkaton EX. Guys, if you can, just remember to smack that like button for me to feed that always hungry YouTube algorithm. Let's get in some games and see how the Tinkaton EX deck is going to do. Okay, I mean, our hand is playable. That's the good news. The bad news, though, is that our turn 1 looks pretty weak. But as long as this isn't Lost Box where we get attacked turn 1, we can probably survive this game. Okay. So, Capturing Aroma. think I actually might go for Tinkaton here. And just hit end turn. I was actually kind of hoping for a Mew there. That way we could retreat and maybe get like Battle VIP Pass and really get set up a little bit better. But, you know, at least we have a workable hand. And honestly, I kind of hope our opponent tries to have like a big explosive turn 1. That way we can Avery them and increase the odds maybe of Tinkaton surviving a turn. Because there definitely is the risk that Chien-Pao could just come up and just blow us away. Okay, there's the Minion. So, safe assumption we're going to see an Irida come down and for a Battle VIP Pass and all that good stuff. And they did get rid of Bravery Charm, so that could be a little bit of a nuisance for us just because that is going to force us to need a few more cards in hand to be able to knock out Chien-Pao. So I'm guessing we're going to see Chien-Pao plus Battle VIP Pass for like, what, a Frigibax and a Bidoof. Oh, but an Escape Rope, interesting, okay. So if they have Candy Back's Caliber in hand, we're actually kind of in danger because we know they have a decent chunk of energy here. They can use the ability again next turn as well. So this is a little bit scary for us, but can we knock this thing out? That's the next question. Little Worker. I mean, I think we have to just evolve here. Can we get there? Yeah, we're just 1 card short, as unfortunate as that is, guys. So I think I'm just going to do this. We have to 2-shot this guy either way, so I'm just going to attach here to have a like free retreater. Well, I guess we don't need to. I'll just say it for the moment. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to swing on Chien-Pao for 160. That would have been so huge if we were able to actually get a KO there, but we are literally just 1 card short of being able to make that happen. So here it comes. They just need to discard, was it 6 energy, I think? Like, hopefully we can just survive 1 more turn, just because our setup is pretty bad. Like, we got our Tinkaton, turn 2 candy, ready to go, but the rest of our board ain't looking too hot. And there's an Iono, okay. So there is a world where we might still live, guys. They need Candy Back's Caliber plus, what, 3 energy? I think pretty low odds of making that happen. So I think we're actually probably safe. I'd be willing to bet here. So the next question is, if they whiff the attack, what do they actually do? Do they soften us up? Do they try to retreat? Okay, they're just going to hit us for 120. I'm cool with this, guys. So we're definitely going to target down Frigibax this turn. Absolutely. So let's go for the... Probably should have checked to see if we had any basics prize. So maybe we don't play this just yet. Let's level ball. Oh, we did prize some Tinkatings. Okay. So, yeah, we're just going to do this, I think. Go for the heavy ball. Get one of these. And even though we could knock this thing out, we just need to target down Frigibax since that is definitely the threat for us right now. Maybe we even hold this. I'm not going to lie. Because we're going to need like ammo essentially in our hand for next turn to get a KO. Like in case they force Luminion up against us, I want to be able to still knock that out if possible. So what do we get here? Do get my low tick. That's actually a pretty good prize as well. We knew we had that heavy ball or a Tinkatink to get. So, okay, another Frigibax coming down. I don't think we're lucky enough to be able to boss it 2 times in a row. Though if we can get an Aroma Heads to get our other Tinkaton, you know, there is a world where maybe we can make some shenanigans happen. But I think we're honestly content even just taking the knockout on the active. I'd actually kind of like to hit a different supporter just to get our board set up a little bit better. Oh, they have Raihan? Oh my god. Like, they're still only doing 120, which isn't enough. So actually, we're probably still good. But yeah, that caught me off guard, that's for sure. I was definitely not expecting a Raihan play. But I'm just glad we are able to survive a turn. That is what matters. So let's go for Capturing Aroma. Okay, awesome. Because we can guarantee our other Tinkaton. I mean, it still isn't bad even to set up our other EX this turn, if I'm being honest. But I kind of just want to see more cards right now. So Candy Tinkaton. So gather materials. Kind of want to save this maybe for an EX. So for that reason, we'll toss away this guy. I honestly might get down Mew as well. But there is a world where... Oh no, I just realized we need to get Manaphy down. That's actually what we need more than anything here, because Radiant Greninja is actually threatening a double KO, which would be really bad. Oh, that is truly unfortunate, guys. So there is a chance we're about to get just bodied by this Greninja. So I think we will put down Mew, because if they're knocking out Mew, that means they're not knocking out both of these guys. So we're just going to go for the big hammer for the KO. But yeah, our opponent definitely has a chance to get back in this game since we were not able to find our Manaphy. But yeah, this got really sketchy really quickly. I'm not sure if there's like a turn where we went wrong, where we could have gotten the Manaphy but didn't. I don't remember having a situation like that. The only thing I could think about is where we Hisui and Heavy Balled for Tinkatink. We could have used our Level Ball to get Manaphy, but we kind of need this board setup. We need basically 3 Tinkaton pieces in play at any given point. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have the Candy Back's Caliber and all of that, the energy for Moonlight Shuriken. I think it's unlikely. Okay, there's Skater Park. I think more than likely we are going to get bodied by Moonlight Shuriken here. Okay, there's Ultra Ball. I imagine we're going to see a Back's Caliber here. Okay, Chien-Pao, that's fine. But what did they Irida, or not Irida, but Raihan for last turn? Because we know they attached an energy, but... Okay, there's going to be Ayano. That's good. That's not Irida. So can we survive just one more turn here? I feel like if they had it, they would just play it. But they've already gone through like 2/3 of their deck, guys. So it's kind of weird we haven't seen... Oh, well, they did have to... Looks like they chucked away a Rare Candy at the beginning of the game. So I'm sure that's probably made things a little bit difficult on them. But there's Concealed Cards, so they're not out of it just yet. Getting rid of Vacuum and a Research, okay. Okay, Nest Ball, might see... Okay, another Frigibax. So that leads me to believe maybe they don't have it. Yeah, it looks like they don't have it, guys. So that's huge. I think we actually got super lucky. Or maybe they're just slow rolling us here, but... Yeah, we got so lucky there. We were about to get bodied by Greninja. Okay, so... Heavy Ball here. We have another Tinkatink, so let's grab that. What's our other prizes? Okay, that's fine. So, gather materials. We definitely want to find our Manaphy. Well, if we're going to knock out Greninja, we probably don't need Manaphy at this point. Yeah, I guess we'll get down Tinkatink. That's fine. I think we'll preemptively attach Reversal Energy too. Yeah, I don't mind that. And from there, just swing on the Radiant Greninja. Okay, so we probably are actually going to get knocked out now, which it's fine. We're overdue. We got a little bit lucky on that last turn, but yeah, if we can just get the KO on Chien-Pao, we're going to be good to go here. That's our last knockout. We've used 2 rare candies, so we just need another rare candy, and we can probably cobble together this KO because we have the double turbo plus the Tinkaton. Ooh, actually, no, I was thinking maybe we should have actually attached to Tinkatink instead, because now we have 1 less card in hand from attaching the reversal to Tinkaton. So that's a bit of a misplay, guys. So that is definitely the challenge with this deck too, I found, is like striking the balance of setting up your board, because you know you want to be prepared for whatever situation might arise, but you also need to keep cards in your hand to make sure you can get these KOs. That is definitely the challenge that we're facing a little bit here. So we should have plenty of outs to draw supporters though, so we might not get punished for this too much. Okay, 2 energy coming into hand. We could even maybe see like an Aqua return happen this turn, which wouldn't be too bad if I'm being honest, because they could retreat, get the energy back with Scalar's Park, get Luminion off the field since it's, you know, much easier Pokemon to knock out, and get this back to reuse on future turns. So that seems okay. But they're just going to attack with the Chien-Pao. That's also fine. They're going to get a KO. That's what matters most here. So we'll promote the Mew. Well, I guess by promoting Mew, we also have to get rid of Beach Court. But Mew also probably gets us an additional card, so it kind of evens out here. Okay, Chorus, that's actually really big. So let's go ahead and gather materials. We're going to toss away Heavy Ball. Mew also isn't the worst to have in the active either in case we do whiff the candy. So Chorus. We do have the candy. Let's go. That's fine. So if I'm not mistaken, guys, I think that should be a KO. So rare candy. Take a ton down here. Let's see. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Yeah, so we're still good. Oh, we can still use Mysterious Tail, right? Sure, we can just grab another rare candy. I suppose that's fine. Actually, that's pretty good. We can keep digging if we're really paranoid about our hand size being not big enough. But yeah, we should have this one pretty much all wrapped up at this point. But you know what? Let's draw some more cards, guys. It's not going to hurt anything either. So try to maximize our damage output here. Gather materials. Just toss away Level Ball. Get down the Beach Court. And now Tinkaton can come up and put the whooping on Chien-Pao. So I think the big turn for that game, though, was them just not having the turn... What, not turn 3? The turn 3 candy Baxcalibur whenever they have the Radiant Greninja play at their disposal. Like, because we survived that turn, I think that kind of sealed up the game for us a bit there. Okay, not a bad opening hand that we have here. I mean, our turn 2 looks pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie, but our turn 1 is definitely looking pretty solid. Okay, we're going against the Reggie deck. Now, one thing that is annoying, Registeel actually can... I don't think it one-shots us, but it will put in a pretty big dent into our Tinkatons. So what do we have here? So I think we just go for Phoebus and Tinkatink. Seems okay. I forgot to check our prizes to see if Heavy Ball was actually worth playing. But let's go for Mysterious Tail. Rare candy could be good. Get this down, and I think from there we'll just sit on this hand for the moment and pass over to our opponent. So I would not hate an Iono here. Hopefully our opponent saw that we hit the candy and they want to reset our hand. That would be good. Bravery Charm actually could be a little bit annoying though. So now we have to do what, 180 to knock out Regidrago. That's kind of a pain. But they're just having to use the Regigate to get set up a little bit more. So that is perfect, guys. So let's just go for Worker. That's pretty good. So let's go for... Sure, Candy over here. Just to start getting set up a little bit more. Toss away VIP Pass. Sure, let's go for Aroma. Tails, that's fine. Do actually want to set up probably a Manaphy. So sure, yeah, we'll just do the Manaphy. Mysterious Tail yet again. Got VIP Pass, that's fine. It's an easy card to toss away on the next turn. And from there, we're, I think, pretty chilling with this hand for the moment. Just going to pass it over to our opponent. And even if they do get the first KO against this, guys, we can activate Reversal Energy and get a knockout. But also, the fact that we play 3 Averys in this deck also gives me a good bit of confidence that we can eventually win this one. Because if we go Avery KO 3 different turns, that's, what, 9 different Pokemon we're wiping off the board every time we do it. So, yeah, I think we should be in an okay spot to eventually win this one. VIP pass. Get rid of that. Sure, we'll just chorus. Do we need another reversal energy? I'm actually not so sure about that. Yeah, we'll do these. That's cool with me. And from there, just going to pass. So kind of glad our opponent has been... Oh yeah, we still have Mysterious Tail. I forgot about that. Ooh, actually shouldn't have evolved. Yeah, we shouldn't have evolved, guys. Well, I guess we didn't have the double turbo either way, so it's fine. But if we had double turbo, we definitely should have waited to play this in case we got our evolution. But for the moment, I think we're chilling. I'm just going to attach back here to Tinkaton just in case and pass over to our opponent. So if they don't knock us out on this next turn, we have the Beach Court to retreat. And just another Regigate. That's fine by me. Okay, so Tinkaton will discard the Hisuian Heavy Ball. We know we're not going to need this. Okay, that's good. Got our energy, so we can definitely start putting on some pressure this turn. And we'll Color some more time. Tinkaton, Avery, DT. That seems pretty good. Evolve over here, and we can start putting on a little bit of pressure to this Reggie deck. Like we could have used Avery this turn, but I really want to wait till they have that full bench. We'll also go for a Capturing Aroma. Why not? Do get a heads. That is cool. So I'll just go for Tinkatuff. That is cool with me. And from there, go for the big hammer. So we have definitely survived the sketchiest part of the game, which is always going to be the beginning when it comes to like a stage 2 deck, especially a double stage 2 deck like this. So now we just have to make sure our opponent doesn't body us somehow. I don't know what we're really worried about. Like maybe Regis Steel with Defiance Band, would that do it? Yeah, that actually would be just enough for them to get one shots on us. So that's the only thing I think I'm really afraid of here. Okay, so this is definitely the turn where we start to go in with Avery, absolutely. Okay, so Regidrago can start to put on a little bit of pressure. That's fine. I don't think we're too worried about it. And Avery. Our opponent has not seen an Avery from us just yet, so they are in for a world of hurt. They don't know what they have coming their way. So Tinkaton. Actually, I'm not going to use this because we're going to retreat. Evolve here. We don't have any cards left in deck, so I'd rather our draw come from Avery, since we can get like extra value out of that, as opposed to our ability on Tinkaton. So just go for the big hammer, take the KO. So every turn, for the next 3 turns, our opponent's going to have to find 3 Regis instead of just replacing the one that we're knocking out. Escape Rope, that's actually a pretty good prize that can maybe allow us to preserve some energy here. They are down 2 Super Rod already as well. Do they find the Registeel? They do not. They hit Regilucky. But maybe they have Registeel in hand. Okay, but there's Ultra Ball. Getting rid of any Lucky. I'm cool with that. Any additional Regis hitting the discard pile is a-okay with me. So it looks like they're just going to try to power up. Oh, okay. Just going for a Static Shock. Very interesting. Did they not have the energy to... Oh, no, they didn't have the energy to go for that. But I wanted to hit them with another Avery before we won that one. But yeah, I think we were definitely in an amazing spot there. I don't know how they were going to come back and win that one. I think decking us was like their only out at that point. So that's going to do it today for our Tinkaton EX, guys. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I initially was slandering this card a little bit, but I do think it is a little bit better than I initially thought. So if you guys do want something different to play than your normal Lost Box, Gardevoir, etc. decks, definitely feel free to try this thing out. I think it actually will surprise you by how decent it can be. But if you guys did enjoy today's content, as always, remember to leave a like on the video. And if you're feeling maybe a little extra generous, you can always become a patron at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or pick up some merch at rarecandytcg.com. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.